We're on. Welcome, everyone. Woohoo! I just need. Why? Hold on a second. God, of course this is. Here we go.
Every time.
Here we
I
go.
like that.
All right.
I like my awkward pauses where I'm like, am I here? Hello. Are we here? Are we good? Are we doing this now?
We're doing this. We're good. We're good. We're live.
Okay.
Tuesday!
Okay.
It's Tuesday!
Tuesday. Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday. Okay. Last time. On our last session of Arcanus Rebirth, our hero stood victorious, breathless and bloodied, as the monstrous form of the dragon eel writhed in its death throes. With a thunderous crack and a final shot fired from Merc's weapon pierced its skull, sending the beast crashing into the Colosseum walls, killing quite a few people. Its body shattering the pillars that had stood there for a long time. As your third trial, or second trial, was complete. Summoned before the king himself, the party readied to receive their prize. Knowledge of the whereabouts of the heart of Hokan, the amethyst shard of draconic shard. As you were going to receive that knowledge, without warning, the chamber quaked, and a wall of shimmering force erupted between you and the throne. With a flash of arcane light, a figure stepped through a teleportation. Calabar. Only not the one that you've known. Calabar claiming he wanted to remake the world. Sorry. With a lurch of magic, tore away the very soul of King Darius from his chest, revealing King Darius's undead lich form. The figure Calabar turned to you all and revealed that the Calabar you had known was never him, a simple simulacrum, a duplicate crafted to distract Haven and keep the Raven Queen's gaze elsewhere. As he lifts up and gripping the obsidian gem that now held the soul of King Darius, says, "I am not the villain. I am but the beginning." And in a burst of arcane energy, he's gone. Silence fell. Sylvester came into the chamber, mourning his king's death and explaining that there was one other man who knew the location of the heart of Hokan, which was his father, Ben Black. Sorry. His father, Ben Black. As Sylvester looks to you all, he gestures to you for you to follow him. Come, I can take you. We do not have long. I don't know how long we can keep quiet the death of the king. Because when people find there's a vacuum, many will try to take his place.
Guys?
Done.
Let's go.
What the fuck just happened, man?
The doors close behind you. The air outside the palace tastes a bit freer. The fog coils low along the cobblestone as you follow Sylvester Black through the winding streets of Sanctuary out of the castle. He doesn't speak at first. He just walks, his single unbroken horn low, and his stride steady, boots slapping puddles as the rain begins to let up. As the palace lights fade behind you, he speaks quietly and he goes, "All right, well, now you know. King Darius was immortal, undying, beautiful, rotted bastard. He ruled these lands for 1,000 years. This way." Darius might not upset us, as he was rudely interrupted. The Heart of Hokan, he didn't lose it. He didn't misplace it. He sold it. Rather, we did. His voice lowers as the crash of waves grow louder nearby. My father, him, brokered the deal. Darius needed the heart gone, and I am looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Hold on. And that's all right. He needed the heart gone, so he went to my father. Come this way. And you guys reach the docks of the city. Sorry. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. In the distance, you can see several ships docked, and several of you catch eye a couple sets of draconians with scattered Cyteran elves mixed in around a certain number of ships, about 3. All right, this way. Keep your heads low. He leads you to a, all intents and purposes, a shack,
Do we
moderate
have any
size.
Other prying eyes or people following?
Give me with your passive investigation.
Investigation?
Not investigation, perception. With your passive perception.
Yeah.
No. At this moment, I would say no. In the distance, you can see him pointing out. He's like, there it is, my father's house. And it's like this ramshackle shack, kind of like leaning together, held together by, it doesn't look very illustrious. Looks beaten down and worn down.
Great home.
All right. Hold up, wait. And he like holds you back as a pair of like Cyterans walk by, and you guys like duck behind the alley. All right, let's go. And he leads you to this house. Yes. All right. This inside is my father. He will be able to tell you where the heart is. Though King Darius is gone, I knew him to be a man of his word, and he gave you his word. He would tell you where the heart was, and I am to honor that.
Are there
Quickly. Yep.
any windows in the building that like you can see the alley from?
Your alley,
Yeah, well, yeah.
where you're at.
Just so like when we go in,
there's-
I want to stand watch if I can.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the house. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. There's a couple windows
Okay,
with like loose curtains. But
thank you.
what were you gonna say, Merc?
I'm just gonna go like check the exterior of the house, make sure it doesn't look like it's somebody's gonna ambush us or trap. I don't trust
Sure.
fire.
Give me
Or
a
normal
perception
people.
check. Your passive's pretty dang high too, right?
My passive is 20.
Yeah, I'll say with a quick around the house, you do not see any obvious traps or any people who are in the way or watching the house or anything.
Okay.
All right.
Just double check.
All right. Sylvester, sorry. Sylvester is ushering you all in. Waiting at the door, keeping watch. Enter here, quickly.
Okay.
I'll step in first, but I want to immediately, if possible, step to the side and kind of just let everybody.
Sure.
I'll step
Everyone
in and
files in after you.
spot that window and just lean,
Alright.
stay to the back.
You all enter the house. The door, as he opens, as you enter, it groans open with like these rusted hinges, and the small home is like cluttered and warm. Lantern light flicking over like half-burned maps, sea charts, and you see like a bottle of dark liquor that's been opened but not poured. as Sylvester enters the building. As you all look up, and you see a man sitting at a table, pipe between his fingers, and he's staring at the fire. He doesn't look up when you enter, and you hear Sylvester say, "They need to know where the heart is, Father." Bim exhales this plume of smoke, and he speaks softly without looking up. "So he's dead then." He leans back in his chair, and he finally lifts his gaze at you. Because I felt it right around. And I'll say it's getting to nightfall at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I felt it right about dusk. Like the tide pulled back all at once. Everything in me just stopped for a moment." He sets his pipe down. He looks at you all. "Darius, the Lich King of 1,000 years. The man who smiled like a priest and ruled like a knife gone." He chuckles once bitterly. "Gods, I hated him. But I owed him more than most." He stands slowly. You can hear like every joint popping like an old rigging. He walks to a shelf, pulling down a leather-bound journal. "You want to know where the heart is?"
Yeah.
The heart of Pokan was just another job. Quiet deal. Darius wanted it gone. Too powerful, I guess. Too visible. And I had contacts. I made it vanish. He throws down a book, leather-bound book with a map on it. And he taps a red mark. That's near this piece of land, like mass that comes off of the southern part of the continent. Sorry. He taps it. Gave it to the Tritons. They weren't after gold, they wanted what was inside the gem. Soul of a dragon, or some such. Something ancient, though. Supposedly, they think it'll bring back their long-lost god. Or some such. I really wasn't paying attention.
I look over to A-Block at this, and does your people have? Obviously, you would tell us if you do, but is there something that your people have that they worship?
Not sure if Flash is there right now.
Where'd Havelock go, guys?
I will say in the conversations that you guys have had, though, this sounds more like what his uncle and the Crimson Hand were trying to do,
Sure.
not necessarily like the sea elves of his city or anything like that.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, right. Not necessarily. Right. You know where this? I know you know who you told it to, but
No,
you know
I know where they are. It's my business to know these things. And he points to that red mark on the map. It's called Five Finger Cove. They have a tower there where the hand operates. They were back in my day. They were just assassins for hire, but now it seems they've taken a higher calling with these Tritons.
About how far away is that place on the map from us current?
If you were to walk a very long time,
Sure.
by ship, a couple days travel.
Is there? I look around the group and Anyone know this area at all? Have that helm of teleportation? Just get us somewhat close.
I don't think I would either, could I?
I don't
Just from
think
being
any.
around this area.
I don't think any of you. I mean, it's not a like.
Yeah.
It's not a known
it's not.
location. It's not. Most people would not have had. No one. Most people who go there don't come back.
Mr. Black,
Um,
is it right, Mr. Black? What's your name?
Pretty good. Call me Bim.
Oh,
I just want to pause for 2 seconds, Riley. I just want to make sure I update Flash on what happened. I don't know if you were there or not. Ben Black, Sylvester's father, let you all know that the heart of Hokan was sold to the Tritons, who wanted to bring back some kind of god of theirs. Yeah. Anyways, that's the only part I think you missed.
Do you have something from that place, the hand? Do you have anything like rocks? Literally anything.
Lad, I know of it. I've never been there.
Yeah.
Most who do don't come back.
Okay.
We met at sea and brokered there. And he as he finishes giving you this, he turns to Sylvester and starts talking to him. Most of his idle chit chat, like how are you? He's like, is he really? So he's really gone. Yes. And if the merchant princes find out about this before something's done, it's gonna be hell.
You cannot.
And he does like a
Yeah,
chuckle, and he says something along the lines of like you're exactly like your mother. Anyways, what were you say, Bobby?
I said you cannot tell anybody of this.
Of what? That secrets is
King?
my business. Yes, we know. It is our people.
Fair.
All right. Well, Sylvester looks at you. You all have your prize. You learned the location.
Where did
You
we find
excuse
a
us.
boat?
Yeah.
A ship? Is that what we're doing?
Probably steal them.
All right.
Do we just steal a boat? I mean, hell yeah, that's awesome. Be
I mean,
pirates.
Technically
but-
required.
Listen, I don't know if you've ever sailed a ship. I've seen plenty of ships sailed. It always looks like they have, a decent sized crew of knowledgeable folks. Not doubting our abilities, but it's a different animal.
Raise your hand if you sailed before.
Oh,
Yeah, 3.
all right.
I don't think I have.
I definitely.
Sailed a lily pad.
Oh wait, I did with the pirates.
You rode with them. I don't know how
I
much
didn't
you helped.
sail. He would have helped. He would have been great. I'm like, I'll do that.
So we steal a ship.
I mean, we can steal a ship, or you said there were 3 Cyterian ships.
Yes. There was one large one and 2 smaller ones.
I mean, you are a Cyterian.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is I'm pretty well known, and I'm pretty sure most of them hate me right now. So
I
might be able to get us on. I can try at least. Is that do we want to steal a ship, or do we want to hire a crew? Or we could hire someone if need be.
We could always hire someone. That's true. I don't care either way.
mean,
I'm up for anything.
probably be the safer option, but what would Merc do? I say to myself in these things.
Keep
Or
them
we
guessing.
steal the ship.
Yeah, you keep them guessing. but
WWMD.
honestly, I'm on board with however you guys want to go on this one. We just have to make a decision.
I look at
I mean, we do have a bunch of money.
nearby, and I'll power the waters out that way.
Treacherous.
Also, we're all
as the
still hurt,
waters
right?
always
Like
are.
we haven't had a rest since our battle, correct? Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna need
Well,
sleep.
that needs to be remembered whenever we make a decision.
Yeah.
We need to take a nap.
I hate to intrude on your hospitality, but is there any way we could rest here for the evening and then we'll be out of your hair tomorrow?
Well, normally, and Ben looks to Sylvester. Normally, I'd say no to guests, but you are, as I take it, incredibly wealthy guests.
Shit.
Bobby,
How wealthy do we need to be
I,
at this fine
I
establishment?
step outside in the rain. I just leave for a minute.
Listen, lad. Trying to think of a good number.
I see. That's what the guy's doing. He's like,
I know.
trying to think of a good number.
He's like, how high can I go without sounding ridiculous?
That is the
800
question.
gold.
800 for all of us? Okay, you will get no more than 400. If the frog sleeps outside,
It's not anything to Bobby. I get to
Exactly.
sleep in the rain. Yay!
400 it is, lad.
That's 100 per person. All right, I'll pay for it.
We have a manual too.
Yeah, you do
I'll
have a
pay
manual.
for it. I'll pay for it.
That's fine.
That's the first time
All right.
any of you have ever heard me say that.
All right. I don't have any beds. I only got the one room upstairs, so find a place on the floor.
I'm gonna walk up on the
Sleep
ceiling, sleep upside down
That's terrifying.
in the corner.
the blood's gonna rush to your head. That's not a
I'm
good idea.
definitely going to say that needs concentration of some sort.
Does it? Okay, that's
I mean,
fair.
he can tell his brain to
So if I
sleep,
get knocked
right?
out like on the ceiling, I don't just stand
No,
there like
you're gonna. You're gonna fall.
or fall onto the ceiling. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
All right, fair enough.
Anyways. All right.
I'm gonna find like the wettest, mossiest rock outside and sleep on that. Just.
We'll take
Boy,
watches.
what
I
would-
think still.
Bem looks to Sylvester and says, "Boy, what would you do?" Sylvester looks around. You got these freeloaders. I'm gonna go find loyal council members and see if we can put some order together before someone tries to fill that vacuum. All right, lad. Be safe, boy.
Indeed. Somebody could fill that bag, couldn't they?
All right. So you guys settle in for the night, best you can. Bobby, I know your perception's really high, but I would like you to give me a perception roll.
Gladly.
Since you are
27.
outside. 27. Okay. You all settle the night, Bobby. You're outside in the rain still as everyone gets settled.
Happy as a frog.
You see two things.
Uh-huh.
First thing is, you see Haven's mother and a couple of Cyterans heading to one of the ships.
Mm-hmm. Was it the big boy one or one of the tinier ones?
You've never seen these two before. They're regular-sized elves. They're not like incredibly huge.
I
but
meant the
they're not...
ships. The ship. Sorry.
Oh, one of the smaller ones.
Okay.
And the second, you see something fly overhead in the moonlight
Okay.
and
Shit.
land on top of the large ship. You can see him in the moonlight shining through this silhouette, these bird-like wings on his back, and you can see him like stumble and put his arm on the mat, like the
Any
railing of the ship.
Any familiarity of this?
Of a man with bird-like angel wings on his back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I've seen it. Okay.
It's pretty familiar if you think back to very traumatic parts of your life.
Mm-hmm.
He seems weakened. And you can see a few feathers fall off of the wings down to the dock.
How far are they?
Oh, several hundred feet. It's a large ship. You're just seeing the
Not
silhouette.
enough to see their lips. Okay.
No. And in this darkness, not even with dark vision, you would have a hard time. You're just seeing the silhouette, like outlined by the moon. You see another silhouette come up to him and like put an arm underneath and lift him up and help him until you can't see him anymore.
I'm gonna go knock on the door. I don't know if I'm allowed in right now.
Yep. Ben stands up as you guys hear the knock, and he opens the door slightly to see your small form. You see, and he's got a gray salt and pepper beard, more salt than pepper, and his hair is graying but black as well. You see Ben. He looks down at you. Want out of the rain, frog?
No, I love the rain. Haven? My apologies, sir. Haven?
Yeah, what's up, Bobby?
Your mom's on a ship, and I think that Death Angel's back.
What?
Your mom's on a ship with 2 elves, and I think the Death Angel's back.
Which ship?
That one. I'll point to where I saw it. That one. Boys, we might not get our long rest.
Can we sneak on?
I would love to. Sneaky boy trip?
Sneaky boy trip.
Sneaky boy trip?
Yeah? What are you guys thinking?
Guys,
Sneaky boy trip?
Heist? Sneaky,
Alright.
sneaky.
Hide out, get out on the sea, bust out, surprise.
Ah!
Gotcha! See where they're going? See your plan?
Anyways, I just...
In all seriousness, that is where
Sneaky boy trip could happen.
we should definitely at least front.
Hey, I'm very glad I was chosen to sleep outside, because we probably wouldn't have caught that. Just saying.
Oh,
Anyways.
Bobby.
You want to confront her right here? Or do we know exactly what she's doing already? There's no information we need to get?
Well, we know
I mean,
they're
you know the
trying
information
to, like,
that she gave you.
destroy the world.
Right, of course,
The
but I mean, isn't it...
angel- that- whatever.
Or should we wait until we're out at sea and she can't run? Neither can we, so we gotta be prepared for that, but...
But here's the thing. This is my only thought. We ran into this Death Angel before. Everybody died. Was unconscious. My fox died. Very horrible. Last time we ran into this guy. Now, to be fair, there was a giant necrotic bomb that exploded. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. That's the guy?
That's that guy. I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm pretty sure.
Listen,
I
we
saw a
should
guy
sneak
with
on...
angel wings fly over. He also. Well, here's the thing, guys. He looked very weak too.
Exactly. So, I think we sneak on. We rest while we're on the ship. Are they leaving right now, or are they just going there? I
Yeah,
just
does it
assumed
look
they were
like
leaving.
they're?
The
You
boats
said-
were there was not activity. The boats were in moving. It didn't seem like anyone was getting the boats ready.
Did you say they were on the same ship?
Yeah,
separate.
he. Oh, separate?
He went on the
And his
large
mom?
ship. Yeah, he went on the large ship.
Okay. I thought they weren't on the same ship. My apologies. Okay,
Does anybody have any potions of healing?
I don't think I do.
Let me see if
Or any
Mel sent me
healing?
his sheet.
Or any healing magic?
Uh-huh. Oh,
I have healing magic.
I have healing magic.
Guys, I think
I can
Anybody
cure
be
wounds you
willing
if you
to-
need.
Yeah, I need
I'm
some.
gonna go.
I will second level cure wounds you. That's 2d8 plus 2.
Who are you gonna? You're gonna go confront your mom, right?
14 points of
I-
healing, Merc.
I
Okay,
turn
thank you.
invisible.
Okay. Well,
To have fun.
I'm going to confront. What do you got
Can
for me
I-
there, Trey?
I'm gonna
Keep
give
me up?
you a second level cure wounds.
Okay. Appreciate that very much. So.
For 16 points.
Oh,
Hell
frick
yeah.
you. I
Yeah,
hate
I'm a
14.
better healer. It's just fish jerky. I'm gonna do
No,
one to
all right.
myself. For 14
time for
points.
that.
And
Sweet.
I'm
I
at-
appreciate that.
I'm also gonna cure wounds myself because I got flacked.
Okay, he went
Oh,
invisible, ran
4
off.
points at the end.
We
We
gotta talk
should
about
follow,
this.
or what?
Yes, everybody should follow him and watch his back, but also let him do what he's doing. But we should be there for backup. So let's go, guys. And then as we all run out, I'm like, yeah. No, we don't yell like that, but we go out, and then I just fade off. I just fade off and go to the ship where the guy landed, who looked weak.
Stealthily.
Yeah. Give me a stealth roll, Merc. I want a stealth
I'm-
roll for you separate, and then I want a group roll from everyone else.
Oh fuck.
So yours
need
doesn't
one for
count to
me.
everybody else's. Yours is yours with advantage. All right. So okay, I want Haven to have his own roll, Merc to have his own roll, and then I'm judging you three as a group.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use, and I think I have to
Actually,
do it
I want to use
before,
the stealth die.
but I do have something called.
I'm gonna say that Emmanuel is going to stay at Them's place. Because
Makes
just the
sense.
avoidance of running another character, but also that someone stays behind with the one other person who knows where this thing is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use one of my superiority dice to do ambush, which gives me extra like I can add my superiority die to my stealth roll.
Nice.
So I'm going to do that, and I rolled a
22.
13 on die. So
22. Okay.
25.
22,
rolled a
25. What's everybody
17.
else's? 17?
I got a 23.
Nice, dude. Flash?
I got a 15.
Okay. Trey, what's your passive perception?
23.
What's your passive perception, Riley?
25.
25. And
Yeah.
Merc, you rolled a 25?
Yeah, 25.
Bobby, you are the only person who notices Merc. You don't see where he went. You lose track of him immediately, but you are the only person who noticed he went in a different direction.
I'll let him be.
Okay.
I'm not.
Uh,
I trust him.
hold on one second. Okay. All right. So, and Haven, what was yours?
22.
Okay. So, and you have even though Haven is invisible,
Mm-hmm.
you are able to see just enough movement ahead, just enough that you can trace his path, and you're able to keep up with Haven, so you can lead the party to go in the direction that he's going.
I want to stay like
You're staying back, though.
30 feet back.
Of
or
course.
something like that.
Okay. All right. We're gonna start with Haven and you guys, and then we'll jump to you, Merc. As of right now, unless you guys tell me otherwise, you are trailing Haven and keeping an eye on
Yeah.
as best you can because you can't see him. So Haven, you tell me what
I
you're doing.
23
Where you're
passive.
going.
I can see Haven.
You can as well. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
Me and
You both are
Um,
keeping track of him, Page Bus, and Havelock is keeping in tow.
like
Yeah, so I'm going on the ship that was smaller that was identified
Yep.
that my mother.
Yep.
I'm gonna go find her.
Okay. Give me. Okay, so you guys know that Haven has gone on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan?
Watch if anybody comes on the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I think we
Okay.
don't want to stay on the ship. I think
Yeah.
we want to be like on the outside.
So Haven,
or dock.
you guys see Haven. You guys know where Haven's going, though you can't see him, but you can
Yeah.
keep. You're tracking his movements and kind of have an
Would
idea
it-
where he's going.
Would it be
can, like,
hard
see the
for us to
doctors,
follow
you know?
him on the ship right now? Is there a lot of
I do believe it would be difficult.
okay?
Haven, I was gonna say, as you're going up the ramp, you do pass one Cyteran guard accompanied by a red draconian. Looks juiced up. Sorry, juiced up elemental draconian. Like fire's almost like leaking off of him, like burning just a little bit, almost like molten lava. Give me an investigation check at advantage for trying to figure out where your mom is on this ship, or survival. But I think investigation.
I mean, survival's better for me.
We'll go on survival.
Um,
It's a different type of tracking.
Okay. At advantage is a 17.
17. All right. There's a certain. oil of lavender that your mom wears. And you just catch a whiff of it on the breeze of the ship in the midst of seawater and the ocean air at night, and the rain had just fallen. But you get a sniff of something sweet. You head in that direction. You pass 2 more guards in the hallway. You're invisible, though, so you take your time. You hug the wall as they pass through. The boat kind of rocks a little bit, and in one moment, one of the guards like puts their hand up on the wall, and it goes like right in front of your face and hits the wall. As you hold your breath, he like gets his balance back and keeps going. But to your right, you find a door where you think is most likely where your mother is.
I'm gonna. Is it locked? I'm gonna attempt to.
It is locked.
I'll knock.
Yes. Who's there?
And then I'll knock again.
I've done everything you've told me, and like she goes and like you hear the door click, and she goes to open it.
Okay. As soon as she opens it, I want to like force my way in while
Like,
invisible
push-
and immediately
Push in and
yeah.
shut it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh my, who's there?" And you can see she pulls a dagger from her belt, like defensively.
And I'll look around real quick. Is there anyone else in the room?
No.
I'll drop my invisibility.
Haven, what? Then she runs past you, like as you're pushing the door, but like locks the door back. And what? And she grabs you by the face and goes, "What, my boy? What are you doing here?"
I'm gonna kind of
Yeah. She recoils at that, like not that she doesn't get it, but it still hurts.
Yeah, no. What are you doing here?
What do you mean?
Where are you going?
I'm not sure yet. They haven't told us. They don't tell me much of anything. I don't think they trust me anymore.
Why that could be. Listen. Did they mention that they're going after the shard?
Yes, of course, that's why we're here. I know that much.
But they found out where it is?
Again, if they know, they haven't told me. What are you still doing here, Haven? You must leave.
We are. Tomorrow. Bobby, our froggy friend, saw you enter the ship and
Alright. But why are you here? I mean, I understand. I don't have any information I think that's useful to you. Beyond what I've already told you.
don't you go back home?
I would love nothing more, Haven.
So then do it. Leave this behind you. I won't say you can start fresh, but you can try to redeem yourself and go back home.
It's not that simple, Haven. I'm in it now. There are members of our government who have sided with the monsters. If I leave, I'm a traitor to our people. Now.
You've been a traitor to our people when you sided with them in the first place.
I can understand why you'd say that.
Betrayed our people, you betrayed me, you betrayed Dad.
I see that now. I only wanted what I thought was best for our people. To bring our queen back and remove our curse. But as I told you at the arena, Haven, we are no longer in charge. This Adonai, this one who smiles, this beast, and his vampire lord, Octavius. I am but a pawn now. If I leave, they will surely kill me. more a prisoner than I am a co-conspirator now. I know too much.
I can't forgive you for everything that you've done.
I don't expect you to.
I don't want to see you dead. The path that you're walking now, you will die.
Maybe, perhaps, if I leave, I will die, and if I stay, I will most likely die. But maybe I can die doing something to stop all of this. I don't know. But I think I'm more of use where I am than running away. Though how, I'm not sure.
Can I try something? While I'm here and while she's talking, I kind of want to invoke my patron, the Raven Queen, to kind of see, like, I guess the threads of life. Not necessarily to see, like, what's going to happen in the future or anything like that, but in, like, how many scenarios, I guess, that her thread is cut.
Ooh, okay,
Trying to do,
okay. He was trying to Doctor Strange it. I get it.
Yeah.
There are 14 million possibilities.
Yeah.
One of them we win.
I want. Ooh, this is a big thing, so I think I want to do a charisma check.
Okay.
But I believe I want to give you disadvantage on it.
Okay. I'm using the because new warlocks get the contact patron at 10th level. And yeah, I'm trying to, like, I guess use it in definitely a different way. But all right,
Okay.
so charisma check.
Yeah, I still want to check of some sort.
Yeah.
And I want to know what you say or what you do to entice.
First one's a 23. All right, second one's a 15.
Okay.
Now
I want you to deliver how you're doing this, and then when I hear what you say, I will determine the DC.
Sure. So I am, while she's talking, I kind of zone out first. Eyes flashing purple. And I want to focus on, like, her thread, that's in the weave. I'll kind of follow it. And I know I can't see every single thread that it connects to because it would be infinite. But I'm trying to weave through or, like, pick out the strands that are
The ones where she lives.
Well, the ones where she lives that are less dangerous for her, right? Kind of, like, try to see which path to maybe nudge fate in, but
okay. There's three. I'm gonna say it like this because there are an infinite number of situations in the
sure
fate, but
yeah, and even
you're given these kind of vague visions, 3 vague endings. One, where you can see her neck ripped open and some sort of bite, and then she's dying. And in this path, I will say, is a fate when she runs. Another, you can't see the owner, but you see her heart in someone's hand, like through her chest. You're not sure whose, it's unrecognizable. But this is a path where she attempts to aid your cause. And then there's another one where she's dead. She's lying in a bed. And this is the path if she doesn't run, but if she doesn't actively help either. There's no time attached to any of that.
Sure.
Basically, you see, fate can show you the end of her fate. Not when it is, not really how she gets there, except for a vague idea.
Right.
But some
Yeah,
choices
that's
that are made, where the 3 choices that could be made, and 3 endings that would result from those choices.
I'll kind of come back into reality at this point and listen.
Yes.
Be careful. I think it's best we don't have any contact. I know you said you might want to help us somehow, some way. I think it's best you focus on your survival and our people's.
All right. What do you do?
Best you don't know. This might be it, and I might not see you again. For everything that you've done, like I said, forgive you.
I
But
understand.
I still do love you. I do love you, and I wish,
I do not understand.
and I hope that you come out of this. Just keep to yourself. Don't take any unnecessary risks. And
All
with
right.
that, I'm gonna go invisible and use my spell slot and unlock the door and leave the cabin.
Okay. Amazing. Give me 1 second. I'm looking something up. Okay. Nope.
Did we see any suspicious activity on the?
No. You saw patrols. You saw. Hey, Chance, what's your armor called again?
Oh boy. Hold
Is it
on. I have it in my
'cause
mantle
I
of the
know it's-
Raven. Or Deathwalker's mantle, I believe.
That's right. Okay, that's what I got. I knew it was a thing. Give me 1 second. No, you do not see anything suspicious. I'll say. Sorry, I am just looking something up, and I want to make sure that I have it right.
Deathwalker's ward, not mantle.
Yeah, no, I got it. As you're invisible, you head back. I don't know how to describe this. Because you're invisible. I'm just gonna tell you. Anyway, so in that moment, when you tie the threads of fate and you glimpse into the weave like that, you can feel like a buzzing on your body. And where there wasn't a cloak, you can feel a cloak softly appear and hit your like your feet as you're walking. You see your party outside the ship hiding. You pass the guards and you return to your group, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and I'll put
Yeah.
my hand on like Trey's shoulder and say, "I'm back." Like whisper it.
Yep.
Want a fish jerky?
Chance, you can while we move over to Merc, you can go ahead and change the Deathwalker's ward to the awakened status.
Okay,
That's rad.
I will.
Okay, Merc. You are approaching, while this is all happening, you are approaching the large, like, headship of this small little, like, 3-ship fleet.
I'm going to. Do I see this thing he mentioned up on the wherever he saw it, or is he gone?
No, but it
I
doesn't
think
seem
I
like
told
it.
you that it went inside, didn't I? Or did I not say that?
You might have.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
you
gonna,
did, but
gonna
that's
try to
Bobby
sneak-
can hand have.
I
That's fine.
probably would have said that. Sorry.
I'm gonna try
But
to
you
sneak
you
to
don't
the
see
boat.
him.
Okay. I'm gonna try to sneak to the boat and get actually on the side of the boat if I can, and then sneak along
Okay.
the side of the boat. and
Give
try
me
to look around.
an additional stealth roll since you were not invisible.
Correct. Save my other one. Yes. It'll 21.
Okay, and you're walking on the side of the boat.
Yeah, like yeah,
Yep.
crouched probably.
Yep. What portion of the boat are you trying to get to?
I'm looking like are there ways to like look into the boat? Are there windows on like the
There
back?
are
or
some
okay.
cannon spots and some portholes for sure.
Yep. That's what I'm looking. I'm trying to find this guy.
Gi-
So at first I'm
Give me
starting
an
that way.
investigation then, or
Oh,
survival.
shit. Okay. Do survival. I failed
I let Chance
terribly.
do survival, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I failed terribly.
All right.
So 7.
7. Okay. You look into several windows and cannon holes, and it takes you a while. You see several Cyterans and juiced up again. You see one blue-hued draconian with these like wings and like lightning like jumps between each point of the wing at one point.
I'm going to use my mask because it specifically says with,
Mhm.
you know, if you play around with it. So I'm actually seeing that I can't find him. As it starts to take a little bit. I'm gonna try to reach out and like either locate him, or I'm gonna try to
Oh, solid.
use
Give
the
me-
mask in that way,
Right.
like either telepathy or maybe even a locate object. Do I know something he's wearing? I remember this son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, I will say
Explain.
because it's someone you've seen and it's within
Are
a
his feathers
1,000
laying around?
feet, not where you are.
Ah,
What I'm going to
okay.
say is this: you can, if a creature was it, I like this. We're going to give me a check.
Oh shit.
I want a contested charisma check between you and the mask. You are
Oh,
trying
no.
to will it to do something, and
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
going to
that's
try
fair.
to resist you.
That is fair. And I don't have any tricks up my sleeve for this. So I rolled a 15 on die. So
You beat me.
okay, cool. Because I do get bonuses +3. So
That's cool.
18.
I had a 14.
Sweet.
If you know, I'm going to say once per day, you can cast locate person on anyone you know.
Okay, person.
So if they're within whatever the spell is, I don't know how many. I
Yeah.
think it's 1,000 feet, but whatever the spell says, you
It's
can
Yeah.
cast
1,000
locate
feet.
person
Sweet.
because you're
So I
searching for their mind.
Right. That's
nearby.
exactly how I was picturing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reaching out, like looking for their thought. Their
I'm not
thought.
gonna say you can read their thought from there, but you can
Right.
but
Their
you can
thought
hear it.
Here.
Yeah, you can hear it deep in the bottom of the ship that you assume could be captain's quarters or something like that.
Try to slip in there.
But you are gonna have to enter the boat and then go down because this portion of the boat is underwater.
Yeah.
Or mostly.
Okay, well, I'm going to go in through one of those cannon holes,
Mm-hmm.
wherever I think I can, closest to the middle of the ship, maybe, or wherever I think the stairs would be.
Easy
I'm going
enough.
for it.
Okay. You go down into the ship. To your right, you can hear. Sorry. Locate creature. Thank you.
Yep. Very
You can
cool.
hear the footsteps of one of the Citaran guards walking by, coming towards you in your hallway. You duck behind a crate. You're able to wait a minute, wait a beat as he walks by, and you're able to dart down the hallway. From another corridor, you stop and you hide, and you can see a female form exit, heading for the captain's quarters. Her curves and the way she dresses is very familiar, and you can recall any person you've seen. This is Danica from Valencia, who was the right-hand lady of Octavius Vandal. You see her knock on the door and open it and go to shut it, but leaves it just slightly ajar.
So glad Trey didn't go with you.
Go up, peek in.
That's my lady.
Un momento. So you see the captain's quarters. It's this ornate office. You can see some somewhat gothic-looking statues of like angels without wings, and a desk. And seated at the desk, you see Octavius leaning heavily on the desk. His posture is hunched and kind of trembling. His once pristine coat hangs loose on his frame. His skin is like pallid, even more for a drow, a vampire drow, but it's like stretched thin. You can see like sweat on his brow, and his once like illustrious, like his luscious white hair is thinning, beginning to like fall out a little bit. Even his, and you can see his wings, those black angelic wings, you can see that they hang limp just a little bit. Tattered, their edges are shredding as if they're decaying. You can hear him curse under his breath as he fumbles with the drawer of his desk with a weak hand. You can see Danica puts her hand on his and opens the drawer for him. And he goes, "Thank you, my dear." She pulls out a small vial etched with glass with like a stopper, with like sealed wax. The liquid inside glows like a golden color. And as Octavius stands at it, Danica opens it and lifts his chin up weakly and pours it into his mouth. He drinks this golden liquid, thick and viscous. And in the moment that gold touches his tongue, you can see his back straightens with a sharp crack. His muscles tighten beneath his coat. His skin begins to flush just a little bit. More color to it. More of that cruel, ageless vigor. The hair begins to grow back, filling back in as if time itself were being reversed. And his wings unfurl, feathers falling away like ash, then regrowing sharper and darker and fuller. All of a sudden, power is radiating off of him. You can feel it. When he opens his eyes, they burn gold. Not red, not undead white, but gold. Almost divine. He exhales once, slow and steady, and he smiles into a mirror that's on the wall. To himself, really. He goes, "Still not enough. But it will be." And he turns to Danica. "Soon. I will be a true god, and then I'll never fade again." You can see as Danica locks the vial back into a drawer. She kneels. "My lord, we've confirmed the location of the heart. It's been traced to a tower at the tip of Five Finger Cove. Possession is uncertain, but we believe it's held by a faction calling themselves the Crimson Hand." Octavius' expression sharpens, but there's no surprise. "Of course it is." And he cricks his neck. He turns to like his desk where you can see a map with 3 ships marked on its surface. He places one hand on a figurine, sliding it towards a group of islands in the southwest. Goes, tell the team to pack it up. We move at once. I want one ship dispatched to the wreckage near the Isle of Hanu. Search every reef, every grave. The Tir Baynor is there. The second ship will head to Five Finger Cove. Quite approach no broadside fire until provoked. He pauses, tapping a finger on a tiny tower carved onto the map. I want that tower surrounded, breached, and purged if necessary. Recover the heart and burn the rest. He steps back from the map, his golden gaze sharpens, and he goes, send word to the crew. The master has issued instructions. We return to him. Once the pieces are in place, the spies bow... sorry, I'm reading ahead. We return to him once the pieces are in place. Danica bows deep to him. As you say, my love. Yes. We must return. What little blood I have will not sustain me for long. No. Go. Do as I say. As he sits back down at his desk. Danica goes to open the door.
I slip into the shadow there, wherever I was.
Sure. She opens. The door kind of opens. It kind of helps to hide you a little bit as she exits. The door swings. She flips it back shut, though, so it goes ping, and doesn't lock, but it shuts, and it's just even less ajar than it was before.
Who said? I just want to make sure it was Octavius who said, "The blood that I have remaining won't be enough," or was that Danica?
That was him.
I assumed as much. I was like, wait, she's not giving him blood. Okay, and I saw her get that vial from that desk drawer, and what did he do as the door was shutting? Like,
he was sitting down at his desk.
All right. I had a whole thing, but if I would have interrupted him drinking that vial. All right, I turn around and get out of there. You see, I'm like,
Right.
Yeah, all right, fine, fuck it. I get back out. I don't run out, but sneak out.
As you're sneaking out, you go to leave, and you hear large footsteps, boom, 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 like coming your way down the pathway.
Is there like a door or a?
There's plenty of crates and things to hide behind at this point, I would say.
Yeah, definitely do that. And right now, if I have to get on the ceiling as well or whatever. Yep.
However you want to do it.
I'm getting the crates.
But you say, well, at this as you do that, you see this hulking figure walking down in orange robes with like you can feel all the hairs on your arm stand at end with like electrical static electricity. You can feel it in the air. This taste of like almost like metal as you see the creature, one of the creatures that you fought in the square of Valencia. He's more slender than a regular Goliath is, but this elementalness to him as he walks into Octavius's chambers.
I might listen for a little bit then, but you can go back to them for sure if you.
No, that's fine. We can do this and then we'll get back.
Okay.
You head back to the door, trying to.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth. Give me a stealth roll for this one.
All right, fair enough. Stealth. Yeah. Oh yeah. 26. For my stealth, and then I don't know, perception or.
No, that's fine. You can hear. They're talking loud enough. This individual is not that soft-spoken, but when he speaks, it's intentional. He goes, Vandal. Octavius goes, you again. You gave the Master's message. What more do you have? Master, it says I am to accompany you. All right then. We'll got word from my brother. The dagger's been retrieved. The dwarves are scattered. So once we bring the gems to him, he will be able to begin the ritual. We are to leave tonight, not in the morning. Vandal goes, perfectly fine with me. As you hear the heavy footsteps begin to stomp and the door opens again, almost in your face again this time, almost hitting you. As heavy as he hit it. And he
I've learned
leaves
to
it
take it.
open.
That's happened before. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's like bust
You-
my nose, and I don't.
And it's just slow. He leaves it like mostly open. It's just slowly closing.
I peek in, and if
You
he's
can
not
see
looking
him-
at this direction,
Yeah, he's facing the back end of the ship right now.
how big is this room?
Oh, it's like baby boo 25 by 10 feet. 25, yeah, 10 feet long, 25 wide. If that, because there's still clutter all around it too, and desk and bookcases.
I'm gonna go back. I'm not going in. You almost baited me back in. You son of a bitch. You almost got me with the door slide
You almost
slush.
got me.
I know. I go back. I go back. Or again, try to sneak out. Of course,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I can.
I'd say with your stealth and your skill, easily done. The rest of you are waiting. You guys are waiting for Merc outside, or are you waiting for Merc back at Bim's
I mean,
place?
this probably is the same amount that Haven was gone, or
I'm gonna say with how low Merc rolled, it took him a while to figure out where he was going.
No, that's right.
Before he used his mask, so there's some time that you guys have been waiting for him.
When I get back to him, I
I
will.
would wait.
yeah.
Okay.
And I would
You
tell him
easily
exactly.
Merc. You find the group.
Yeah, I tell him exactly, and I would do it. It's kind of eerie. He would do it exactly as he word for word, and Merc would do it in their voice. Now, when I say in their voice, he can't mimic voices. He would do it as well as Merc could do in their voices.
I will say
So,
with your mask, you're pretty spot on with their voices.
And I'm gonna do it
Yeah.
verbatim, word for word,
Yeah,
what
that's pretty good.
everyone said
That's cool.
And I will say
from behind
Trey.
a flap.
you immediately recognize the description of Naima.
Naima!
They're leaving tonight. I did not catch. I wanted to ask you, DM, actually, though. I did not. I was writing down furiously the notes, and I think I got everything but the name of the cove. And that's what they're gonna surround and attack.
Five Finger Cove.
Yep.
Is
Five
where
Finger Cove.
the Crimson Hand
where-
is.
And that's where
That's
they're
where
gonna
we're
send two of
headed.
their ships, right?
So we
to-
Nope,
need to-
they're sending one ship.
Okay. And then
If I
what's
misspoke,
Hanu?
I misspoke. It's only one. There's the islands of Hanu. You can do a history check if you want to know anything about them.
Yeah, we can talk about. Yeah,
Well,
I'll talk to the group about that
if-
if they know anything about it.
If
But I will definitely.
Merc relays all this, you said that they have a guy waiting.
Yeah, and I think they are working for or with somebody, and if they're working for somebody, then I feel like they're. I don't know if they're working. I couldn't. I'm. There's a lot going on, but they're either working for or definitely with, right? Because they have to get the things to them. Also, we know where the heart
the
is.
way they
Yeah,
the way they spoke, it was they were working for somebody.
for. Okay, that's kind of the vibe.
The way
I got.
Octavius referred to him as the master.
Right.
Master, yeah.
Right. So, but Octavius is mine. In fact, I even have a plan. But are they going to take that ship? You think? Probably, right? Do we ride
You gather
with them?
the ship that he would. Well, here's the thing. So yeah, one ship. There's 3 ships that you know of, and he spoke of 2 ships going to one ship going one place, one ship going to another place, and then his main ship going back to the master wherever that is.
Okay, Timmy. Questions.
Right. That's what That's where they were going at the end when he said we're leaving tonight or whatever.
I was
Okay,
told
So
the
yeah, the other
library.
ones are leaving in the morning, but he is leaving tonight.
Okay. I think we gotta let him go then and go get the heart, right? Like as much as we want to. First of all, he just drank that stuff, so now's not
And
the
I will
time.
also note that what he mentioned at the Isles of Hanu was the Tear of Baenor, which is another one of the Draconic shards.
It.
I think we need to split the party. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Joking.
Questions.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is
Okay.
that island's name familiar from when we were in the library? And I
You'd have
asked
to-
him about my
you didn't-
dad.
You didn't have a name. You had an image of an island.
I thought he gave me 4 islands.
Oh yes, yes.
Is what I
yes.
remember. When I was researching,
You're right,
I
you're
got 4 islands.
And with what your research, I will say
That's
one
so
one
far
set
into
one set of those islands is in that clump of islands. The islands of Hanu is in those groups of islands that you were looking into.
This is in the Odaha Sea?
It's just the Oda Sea.
Oda Sea? Sorry.
That's right.
Oda Sea. Okay.
Yeah, the ocean is the Oda Sea.
Okay. That was my question.
And one of the ships, Haven's mom's on. It's going somewhere.
Yeah. Going to one of the locations.
I'll say with your perception, Merc, with guessing on just like how he had the ships placed when he moved them to those locations. Haven's mom was due for the ship to the islands of Hanu, and the other ship were heading to the Five Finger Cove to retrieve the heart from the
We gotta go
Tritons.
get the heart. Right, that's what we gotta do.
It is closer. The Five Finger Cove is probably a couple days sea travel. The islands of Hanu might be a couple weeks. I'd say probably a week.
What's the play?
Haven, what do you think?
To be honest, I think we go to the closer one first. And we attempt, or at least try, to get as close as we can to teleportation. The next one.
That's
And
exactly
maybe
what I was
we
thinking.
can. Maybe we
I
can
mean, you have
beach.
you have a general idea of where the islands are, so I mean, you can attempt to teleport without actually having been there. It just is
Right.
more chance of being wrong.
I think it might be worth the risk. We sail to the first location, teleport from there to beat hopefully the.
It's a bold plan.
What do you guys think?
Are you guys back to the house now? Because I realized I didn't mention anything what Calabar was doing, and he definitely was with you. The other Calabar, the simulacrum. Just putting that out there.
yeah.
He's with you guys.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yes.
we're probably discussing this back at the house.
How do you suggest you get back from the island once you've teleported there?
Need a day and
We'll take
teleport
a
back.
ship somewhere else. Back? We're not taking you. You're staying here,
No,
Calabars.
I am at this point a liability.
No, I don't think you're a liability.
Any
He
moment
can't
now.
control you.
No, but any moment now he can end my existence. And if there's any way you can find out what he's taken away, that's a danger to him. He's not going to let that go for much longer. Now, maybe he has to gather the supplies to cast the spell again, but once he does, and I don't think it'll be very hard. And the more you use my skills, the less useful I am. Knowing what I am, I can't regain anything I use.
Yeah.
You said the main ship was leaving tonight.
Yes.
And one ship, I know nothing about sea travel, but how many does it take to pilot a ship?
Oh, yeah, I assume depending on the
Shit.
size, only a handful.
Or we should steal
Right?
a ship. 'Cause
I'm
I'm definitely
pretty-
down for that if we have. The
I think
manpower.
Emmanuel would type in chime in at that point, just with his knowledge and his studies. Most ships have a couple dozen people.
Okay, well, I'm wrong. So I don't sail. I'm sorry, guys.
Let's sneak on board the one that's going to the place. We'll figure it out when we got it. That's number one. I think we can at very least get a ship, maybe a smaller ship that's faster, and still, if we're quick, cut off the other ship, or find some magic.
I have an idea. Something that's magical. That should work.
Okay.
Can you get... Only problem is your mother.
What about her?
I could stop one of the ships from leaving.
Oh, like sinking it?
He nods. But your mother should not be on it if I were to do that. I could do it to the other one, but then you'd be heading to the islands.
I was gonna say, could you sink the big one?
I don't think I would have a chance with that creature on there. If what you say is
Fair.
true, I don't think... I'm thinking of after it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this vandal right now? Like, I know he said he'll be a true god and won't come back, but from what when we fought him before and looking at him now when he drank that, do we think that like he's just invigorated and powerful and deadly, or like he truly is like at this point something
Give
else?
me a religion check.
Nat 20, shit you not, which gives
Oh,
me like a
yeah,
20.
dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. So
20.
think of Octavius like this. He was weak before when you first saw him. He was
We
dying.
fought him?
Well, yeah, before you fought him. He was
Okay,
weak and decrepit and had tubes of blood hooked up to him, almost to like
Right.
the
Oh, I remember
fantasy
that. Yeah.
equivalent to a dialysis machine.
Yep.
And then when he bit into
Rig?
the boy Rig,
Yeah.
he was invigorated, and they claimed him to be divine.
Yeah.
So
Where'd they get all that
imagine
blood?
this blood as divine steroids.
So it's just juicing him up.
Helps him stay alive and reinvigorates him, but it is burning up as after he drinks it.
Yeah, yeah. And we have no idea how long it lasts.
But no, but I will say this: he doesn't have Rig, as far as you know.
Yeah.
Rig is back with Vale at the Arcanus Assembly at the Ingmar Academy with the Arcanus Assembly in Nikolai. So he has with the Nat 20. He has some source of divine blood. And I'll say with a natural 20, you think at least what he thinks is if he drinks enough, then he'll be a god.
You're right, exactly, like an addict. But maybe he's right too, right? Like if he gets
maybe he's right.
right, or
Yeah.
he's just going crazy, but also dangerous. All right, good to know.
It wasn't a lot.
plan.
It was a vial about that big.
Right. If he could get
Just enough to seem to get him into a sedated and strength and.
What happened if I got it injected in me then? Never mind.
I'm gonna say at that point, let's take a break, and then we'll come back to with what we're doing.
We will be back.
I played him for 5 sessions.
On. Vocals 2 on. Screen off. We are back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello.
The wayward one.
Hello.
You're all
can't-
still
Yeah.
within Bim's, Black's house. You all are speaking with each other about your plans. Sylvester has left, but Bim is still there, being at his home. He starts offering everyone some really thick-looking black coffee. Can I offer you a cup? All right, suit yourself. Seems like it's been a long day for you boys. I don't know all the details, and I'm not sure I want to know. Where are all you from? You're obviously not from here.
I'm from jungles.
Rivertown.
Rivertown. I know that place.
Yeah? That's
Right
odd.
there.
Have you ever met?
Yeah, I
another-
figured with you.
Have you met another grung before?
Come and gone through the city in my time.
Have you ever met one named Todd?
I can't say I try to remember your names.
Well, you should. We're pretty cool dudes.
All right. Rivertown. That's outside my old stomping grounds.
No.
So I've heard it's in shambles these days.
Huh?
I'm originally from Valencia.
Oh,
Came here a long time ago. Another life.
Oh, it's quite the hike.
yeah, we went to Valencia. It sucked. My fox died.
That's in
But I got
shambles.
this cool lady. That is very much in shambles. So my idea. I think we still go to the cove.
Hope is the closer,
I think
correct?
Damien,
Cove is the closer one, yes.
if I haven't said it, because I feel like I made it obvious, this man is very familiar to you. It was a long time ago.
What man?
Bim.
Black.
Oh, you haven't made it very clear at all.
I only said his name multiple times.
You did, and I didn't put two and two together.
That's okay. At this point, though, Merc, you are starting to pull memories from your childhood that you have not seen in a long time very
Right,
easily.
yeah.
And I think when Bim says he's from Valencia is when that clicks for you.
Yeah, I used to know a bit. I used to know a bit black.
I used to know about Black.
Let's see. What's it look like? Like, what's his? How's
He
he look?
is. He looks
Right.
strong for someone of his age. His beard is longer, salt and pepper to it. I have a picture, I think, that I saved of just like AI art, but what I was imagining. But I gotta check my phone now. Because it was a little while ago.
Got any family, Ben?
Well, you met my boy, Sylvester.
Isn't he a? Sorry, I'm just taking a sec. Isn't he a tiefling?
Yeah.
So he's.
He is a tiefling.
Gotcha. Like, I was like that. I was like, oh yeah. So yeah. He would have definitely come with a demon.
I had a wife. She passed, though. Both passed. I didn't come to the coast willingly. I've been here for many years, so settled as best I could. Left whatever family I had before behind.
A lot.
You... Go ahead.
There's a lot.
It is.
There's the family.
Were you guys talking about your plans, like using proper names and stuff in front of them, or like this whole time, or have you guys been kind of like staying away from him? It's a small place,
No.
but I
Yeah,
think he would
no,
try to give you as much privacy as you allow.
Yeah, I don't think. At least I wasn't too concerned
Okay.
about him.
Okay.
But
All right. You guys were dropping Octavius's name and everything that's been going down.
yeah,
He goes, you mentioned the name Vandal. He's here.
Well, wait, what time of day is it?
It's nighttime. It's getting later and later, so
Have they left
you
yet?
can check. But
I peer out the window.
I'll say at that moment you do see the ship. It hasn't really left yet, but it is like slowly going away from the dock.
Yeah, he is for now, but won't be for long.
That was Noah, by the way.
I know it was. Ben like spits on the ground. Back in my younger days, years ago, I was younger and twice as stupid. I skimmed money from the crown, not much, but shipments and side deals. I thought I was clever. Takes a slow sip. Then Octavius Vandal caught wind. And I end up owing him a lot of coin. In exchange for not going to prison. But I couldn't pay. He came knocking. Sold me off to the sovereign sword like cattle. Darius took the deal, chained me to his service. Had to leave my home behind. But I made a life here.
Sad story.
Not as sad as some. See, he doesn't really take his eyes off his coffee.
Merc strides out of the room after that long, awkward silence.
Yeah. You what? You leave the room?
Yeah, he walks out.
Okay.
Outside, probably.
Yeah, the rain has finally stopped fully. So you get it's cold breeze. You get the ocean breeze on you, and it's a little cooler at night. Fucks up with him.
He's a little spooky sometimes. He's got a
I noticed he
glass
doesn't
mask.
take up. Yeah.
He's
I don't try to ask
I don't
questions
know how
on
much
people
I
who try to
fully
hide their
trust
identity.
him. I don't know how much I fully trust him, but I trust him enough to live my life.
He's a certified badass. Let me tell you.
I don't know if I.
He came into our group by grabbing horses and carts around two giants, and he was slinging his weapons, and I mean it was like an action scene at a play back home.
I jumped over a dude. I did a backflip over a guy. You never say I'm a certified badass. What the hell's up with that?
You're not, man.
That's impressive.
It was pretty awesome.
It's impressive to say the least. Sounds like a story I wish I could have been there for.
I don't know
at least
how much
drunk
I trust
for.
him with sometimes making the right decision. I mean, sometimes
And puts up a hand to you and he goes, "Lad, I don't care."
You act, okay.
No, I asked what's up with him, not your personal feelings about it.
That's what's up with him, though.
He's pretty awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna go to bed on that rock now. Goodbye. Good night, y'all. I'm going to bed. Bye. I leave.
I don't think we made a decision yet, and I'm looking at Calabar at this. As for sinking one of the ships,
I can
maybe
you.
Well, maybe we don't. We let them think that they're ahead of us.
I still could stow away or something, and then when we're out at sea,
You would kill yourself.
I know.
No.
Haven, I don't exist.
You-
I am a construct with very little memory of who I was.
Right.
The
But the
second he
memories of
casts this, but this
Sure.
moment the true Caliber casts his spell, I cease to exist. What is that but death? Let me at least do something. I pity what I became. I'm not sure I fully understand it. But he's still me. And I feel responsible.
And that in itself proves that you are two separate beings. You might have come from him. You have a different mindset.
My Haven, my origins are no longer my concern, it's my end. Do I go when he says or do I go when I say?
Respect.
It's the last bit of power I think I hold. For now, but it's fleeting. He rubs the fake gem in his head. Goes this I am
What if
a facade.
what if there was a way for you not to perish?
I'm open to suggestions.
And I have no idea if this could work or not. I'm gonna take off my glove that
Okay.
has the gem in it.
Mhm.
This might do the trick.
It's not real, Haven.
No, but having half of one that is could anchor your being. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if it would work or not. Possibility.
If this works or if this doesn't work, your asset could be gone. I can if this does a number of things, I could not be of help to you as the way I'm suggesting. Then you will have to deal with that ship on your own. I don't know if that's worth it, even. I'm, again, not real.
And this is a group conversation here. What do you all think?
You're telling
Think-
me that at any moment your existence can be wiped out against your will, and you want to have control over how you go out? Maybe you're more human than I thought. I don't know why I gave it old John Wayne.
You're more human than I
I
thought.
But I agree with him
sincerely
actually, and I would,
appreciate it.
yeah, I would be the same. I would be the same way. He's
But what
right.
if there's
Like
a
it's
way
only a
to?
matter of time, and so either he just goes out, fizzles out, while we worry whether or not, or like when it's gonna
You
happen.
have no. I know you wield this godly power, Haven, but you have no idea what this will do. If it does
No, I have
anything.
no.
But it could. He's gonna make an intelligence check real quick. Okay.
Sure.
If he used the gem fooled you when Havelock, when you shared your memories with me. I saw the memories of the fight I didn't remember. There's a possibility that a piece of Caliber is within this gem, a fragment of his soul or something. But if that's true, that may be all you save, and this body of snow and ice will be gone.
Anyone else got thoughts on this?
Gray.
He's not alive? Or is he alive?
He's
I am
not.
a walking, talking snowman.
He's an enchantment.
That's fucking crazy.
But an enchantment with a unique
Personality.
is a good word to use, but whether or
He's
not, like, you're gonna call
frosty
that personality true sentience or life or whatever, but whatever choice it's making, I think that's, if you deny that, then I guess you're denying the only choice it's gonna have, the only choice, the literal only choice that it's gonna have. I don't like. I thought it was Calabar.
This feels like
I mean,
a normal
I
person.
and I didn't like him. Now knowing what I know, I'm just like, oh, we got fooled. Well, played Calabar, the other Calabar, the real Calabar. It's not like I'm harboring ill will. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I think of it like, yeah. Up until he said that thing a moment ago, I was like, he was just like looking at a barrel on a ship, just a thing. But I'll give it to you. He appears to have some desire to make a choice, and if Merc is anything, he is a free thinker, and thinks people should choose things. That's my piece. But also, I don't care. He is like just a thing.
I mean, sink a ship.
Or like whatever.
We beat another ship. Sounds like a win.
I think it's his.
We appreciate it. It would definitely be a boon. Like we could, so we would stow away on one, still, right? Is that the idea that we
Or
still
you
stow away
could
on the other?
hire another one, and then. So you still. My thought is, you still have a ship going to the Isles.
Yeah.
You again. We have quite a bit of money. You hire a ship to sail out after the first ship, but I will take care of it before it reaches its destination. You would most likely see the wreckage and know it was complete, so you knew what you're walking into.
You just gotta remember
You
that
just go to the
Tritons
cove
are.
by ourselves. Then we just pull into the cove in the boat that we just paid for, or that we. Is that what you're saying? That's where we're going, right? The cove.
That's
Yeah.
what
I think-
Calabar is suggesting.
Yeah.
I
I think that's good.
Then we have a ship
We
and
don't
a
have to worry
crew
about-
if we want to sail to the other place.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I think that's a good idea, and he can take that out. Or one possibility, if he still wanted to take one out, he could take out the other ship, the one that's going further. We could get a ship, catch up, and attack it anyway. Still just take it or stow away and try to do that, and then have plenty of time.
Yeah. We can't do that because my mom's on that ship.
I thought we were okay. I thought that was always the plan, and we were just gonna get her off. Okay, so it's a different ship. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
This
Well, then let's do that, and then we can just get the fucking heart and go. Yeah, I still think that's a great idea. The ship
I
gets
mean,
there,
at the
we jump
least-
off, bing, bam, boom, grab the heart, maybe grab something to eat, and we're out of there.
Well, I-
We can stop by McDonald's on the way.
We're out of there. No, but we are, and then we're back on the ship. Back. Let's find a smaller, faster ship.
And you could, well, the other suggestion that was made was using the helm to go to
we
the
have a helm.
islands ahead of time.
Of course,
Now
we
you
have
don't
a-
know the
Get there
locations, but Bobby knows where it is on the map.
I forgot
So
we have
the
a whole
Chance, the chances of success are high. Well, not as high as if you knew it, but
Higher.
No, no. I think we do this. I think we get a ship. We do the first plan. Blow up that ship. We pull in. We get the heart. Then we Then we teleport to wherever
the islands.
to cut off. Because then we can.
Yeah.
I think that's our best plan. Yeah.
And we grab my dad. But
Is
that's
he
probably not possible.
is he in trouble?
He could be dead for all I know. I don't care. I'm just
Okay.
don't care.
Not for all I care.
How about-
Not for all I know. For all I know. For all I know. Wrong usage of words, guys.
Yeah.
That's
Like whatever. He's just Like all right. Homeschool.
Just that.
Dude,
Yeah.
My dad's an asshole, but I just don't care if he
Timmy.
died.
We're gonna ride our boats right up through there. Also, anybody have any magic to either turn someone into like a aquatic creature, or make them breathe and move underwater easily?
I
'Cause we
I
could
could
also.
just do that.
I could do that, but I also am not going to be on your ship.
I
Right,
can just
right.
do that. Anyways.
Oh, you should. Okay, cool.
Me
You're
and
gonna
Havelock can
investigate.
just do that.
You're gonna investigate the shipwreck if possible. It might be too deep, but we'll check it out and see if we can find stuff while we're going through.
Me and Havelock can check that out.
Or
I
oh my
like
God.
this plan.
I
If
could. Okay. I could also stow away. Hold on. Hear me out. I could stow away on that ship. You guys give me like however long we decide, a couple hours to 12 hours. I don't know. We have to discuss it. I gather shit. I actually will hop off into the water. Okay, wave you down, or when you get close. Okay, when Calabar, when you're getting close, Calabar will blow up the ship. I'll know. I'm gone. That's what I think we should do.
Cal was like, that
Oh,
seems
what?
unnecessary.
Why
Well,
do
you
you
can
want
just
to
still hang
stow
out
away?
the
Why do you
bottom.
want
No,
to
I can,
stow away on this ship?
because I want to loot it.
Shiz. But we
There's-
can loot it after it's gone.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we're not gonna scour the ocean floor. Or whatever, guys.
Yeah.
Fine. We'll just go play it. We'll play it by the book. Cool. Fun.
Well, we should probably just.
I mean,
It's fine. All right. Fine.
sorry to ruin
We'll
your
just-
plans.
It's all right. No,
I
it's
mean, it
clear
sounds
what the
pretty
course is.
cool. You know,
We are.
But yeah,
in
no, I
favor.
mean, cool. We want more
It's
money.
probably
always.
unreasonable.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think that's a
So-
good plan if Calabar 2 is okay with that. Calabar Remastered. You okay with that?
It's his plan.
Okay with
Stowing away and
The-
boosh, boosh.
dying for the greater glory. Yes.
Yeah. Alright, I mean, that sounds
I'm okay with that.
good to me.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Calabar, you will go down in the books.
I think we should call it something else.
Yeah, what do you want to be called? You know, you're not Calabar. What's your name?
Yeah.
Todd.
Good question. Before you go
Right.
down.
Not Todd.
My
Tim.
name. I don't
Tom
know
would
if
call
that
me
feels necessary.
But you know, then we can write it down and put it
Humorous.
in like the massive book of the stories of the people.
Well, because
Yeah, speak the-
Calabar is a total fucking dick.
yeah, you
Yeah, but-
kind of, you know, the name just doesn't make us think of the good times, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
Like-
make us think of the good.
What's Calabar backwards? Rad,
What would you?
Balakak.
rad,
Bellcat.
rad black,
I
rad black.
was gonna say Trey. What would you call me? But now I don't want to.
Yeah.
But he will say. He'll say Trey. What would you call me?
Tim.
Afraid. Boom.
I don't know.
Emotional.
You know,
It matters not.
Odd?
Soon I will not exist.
Tim. Tim it is.
Tim.
Alright,
Tim.
whatever.
Tim.
Tim. He will go down in the
There are some who call me Tim.
What are you gonna do exactly when you get in there?
Maybe just these.
I'm going to stow away.
Right.
And then
I mean,
I'm
what
going to
specifically are you going to do?
I'm going to upcast a fireball up their ass,
Excellent. Okay.
probably dying in the process.
Oh, boy.
I mean, if you don't, Rad, wave us down or something.
Wink, wink.
Most likely.
That's something I could
Saying,
do.
I'll give you a look. I'll be praying for you, pal.
You got some fish
Are we
jerky
asking or
before
not?
you
I don't.
go off?
This is no, thank you. Trey. Not the final meal I would choose.
Okay. Fair enough.
Pretty good. I thought the same thing, but
So, we're in agreement though. We leave in the morning. We'll stow away. I'll stow away. Give us.
yeah, you'll.
Find yourself a ship and a crew. Give them a day's leeway, so they don't think they're being followed, and then you should see the wreckage on your way there.
He told him we were coming and now they're ready. Just get on ship and goes off.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, give me whatever rolls you want. Calabar will go to shake most of your hands. He will not touch you, Bobby, unless you're wearing a glove.
Put a glove on unwantedly, and I'll say, "This is only for you. I hate gloves."
Okay. Shakes anyone's hand who will do it and go. I think I'll go find my hiding spot now, so I don't miss it. in the morning."
Merc pauses when he gets to him for a second, then he goes, "Put it there, you brave son of a bitch."
He
As a
nods.
tear falls from his eye.
Get out of here. Slap him on the butt like you would a football player. Come on, kid.
Let's go.
Okay. He's got nothing interesting to give, so none of that matters. All right. And he's going to cast, if I can. I have to see if I haven't used that spell because simulacrums don't get their spells back.
Sure, we don't want. Okay. Okay. We already talked.
He's going to cast greater invisibility on himself when he gets closer to the boat. And he's going to head over to the boat.
He's
I'll try
gone.
and keep track of him, but I don't think I will.
We gotta find ourselves a crew and a ship.
I think that's a morning thing.
I do want
Probably
to pick
in
up
the
some of
morning.
those feathers of the Vandal that fell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a baker's dozen of them.
I'll say about 6.
No, no, 6.
Yeah,
okay.
6. Yeah, big. So
That's
let's
more
have a dozen.
Gotcha.
Ben will pipe up and say, "You say you need a ship and a crew?"
Yeah, you know
We do.
someone?
I've got enough connections in this city. I might be able to pull one together.
Just can you make
No
it
questions
not
asked?
that guy with the weird hammer fist? That would be great.
No, he's a dick.
I thought he was pretty cool, so
I hate
Um,
him.
badass.
Kicked his ass.
Definitely 5 mileage for that 400 gold.
well, you say another 2,000 gold.
And that's for
much
what
gold do we
exactly,
have?
Ben?
So
A lot
much,
of gold.
so much gold.
That's like
Any number I say does not matter. But he says about 2,000 gold. I'll get you a ship and a crew, and then won't ask any questions.
And how long do we get the ship for? Like, how long is that going to pay for? That's just getting together, or is that going to be like to get together and
It's the whole mission. They gotta
Probably
listen to us for that price, right?
This is how I said. This is how this usually works, boys.
and
pay
they get
for your
pieces
trip.
what we find.
You pay for your trip to the destination, and if you can convince the captain that wherever you're going is worth making more money, he might take you there.
I got you. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it, Ben.
a big old chest opens up.
I'll have your crew by the morning.
Big old.
My son's gonna be busy doing whatever he does to gain control with the merchant princes, but I'm free for the first time in a long time.
What's your retirement plan?
You say, son, he doesn't look like blood.
No, I married his mother. But he
How
took
old
on
was
my
he?
name. How old was he?
Yeah. When you married his
Oh,
mom.
lad was about 5 or 6, I think.
Oh, it's a good age. You show him a lot of things, yeah. Teach him a lot of things.
Best I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
You try.
Uh,
Sometimes you fail. Sometimes you fail less.
Yeah.
But I attribute a lot of his gumption to his and loyalty to his mother. We got along fine. I helped take care of her, and she took care of me. It was more of a relationship of necessity.
I find it's pretty common that best parts of us come from our mothers.
I would agree.
All right, let's pay the man. Get our ship.
And go to bed.
So he will take
Yeah,
your
we need
gold,
to
and
get
he's
that.
going to head out into the city to try to find you a crew in the dead of night.
Well, we can-
Step
we
out
can
on the
sneak in his
balcony that I
house
imagine
while
there
he's
is.
Gone.
Yeah, there's a small little balcony. It's like a really narrow 2-story shack.
Does he have
Standing
anything
out there.
interesting in there?
Give me an investigation check since you're looking snooping.
Snooping around.
Oh, that's 8.
A lot of maps, a lot of documents, contracts, things like that. But nothing of like you're stealing his contract. Okay. Not a lot of anything that pops out to you, though.
Okay, I'm just looking for anything interesting.
We doing watches? We're
I will
I'll
take
definitely
sleep.
first watch.
I'll take a
What
watch.
are you gonna say, Trey?
I'll take a
will
watch.
I'll take the last watch.
okay. So you got first, middle, last. 3 watches. All right. Everyone heads to bed. Merc, can I get a perception check?
You can and you will, sir. You will get one. Ooh, 18 on die gives me a 23.
23. You see several patrols of the Sovereign Sword. Some lazily walking by, and some in a very rushed manner. But you kind of gather that some people have caught wind of what's happened to King Darius, and the ones who have heard are hurrying to their destinations. But other than that, you just hear that echoing in the back of your mind, that call from your sword from Spinnerax, trying to communicate with you.
I will allow him to speak.
You let the blood leave.
Don't you
It
worry.
was within our grasp.
And it still is. Soon, we will have it. And we will have what we want. You and I. Together.
I
have a
can.
plan.
And now that you've opened your mind to the sword, he goes, I can see what you want, Sebastian. I would feed on his blood as well. One quick stab through the heart.
Not worth the effort.
I need to feed Sebastian.
You will. And if you call me Sebastian one more time, I will throw you to the vortices of nil space. You will be lost forever. I make myself clear. And I shut myself off from him.
Hell yeah. The night goes well.
When Trey comes to relieve me, I'm going to tell him, ask him if he minds if I just stay out for a while
Sure.
with him.
You want a fish turkey?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's probably a smart move. I've had these for a while now. I'll go out on the balcony and just pay attention. Look at the stars, look at the ships, look at the streets, anybody walking around.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna watch Trey. I'm gonna give him a few pointers about things that will catch his attention that don't matter and what is really important to look for.
Sure. I'll give you advantage.
Especially in like a, yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey, 22.
You not so much. The nighttime, there's plenty of pirates and people walking around, some kind of frantic and running about, but none seem to affect you. None seems to notice you. One seems to have ill will. You can see the moon is almost full tonight. The moonlight
halfway-
is illuminating this area.
Halfway through his watch or so after we had silence, I feel like kind of breaking the silence. You know, Trey, sometimes we're afraid of things in life, of these fears that we can't shake. And then when you face them, you realize there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no worry to be had. You're young, and I'm sure you have some worries and fears, but was always afraid I would end up like my father. Now I'm with him. I'm nothing like him. That's freeing.
Is it?
Slap him on the back and I walk away.
You alright?
He just disappears into the darkness.
Alright.
Echo in a painter. Cold wind. On the... okay, we get it.
ADD kicks in. I'm turning around, looking at the streets, thinking about back home. A lot of talks about dads. I haven't wrote my dad yet. I'm just gonna pull out a piece of parchment, write a letter to Mom, fold it up, and take my bow that I got from Haven as a gift, and I'll just poke Bobby. And then when he wakes up, I'm gonna just look right in his eyes. Frog legs.
Shit.
It's your turn.
My turn. How'd you do?
How'd you do? Not bad. Terrible. Everyone's dead. You're the only.
Fuck.
Everything's gone.
Give me a perception check, Bobby. You and Lily. Lily curls up to you. Her wings unfurl a little bit.
29.
29. Damn.
I rolled a 19 on die.
Getting even to the point where most of the night owls are now asleep. Not a lot of activity in the city. The rain is gone and the fog of like morning is beginning to settle into the city. In the distance you can see Bem Black returning down the street right as the sun begins to rise, and you can see him enter the building. He looks up at you and he waves you to come down, and he heads into the house.
Walk down slowly, try not to wake anybody up.
Okay. I think that's where I'm gonna end it, and we can start the morning with Bem's report when he returns.
Long rest?
Yeah, long rest.
Yeah!
Oh, thank
Woo!
Yay, we finally got to use our level up.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Before Bim comes in, Havelock is gonna walk out the front door in his underwear and just dive into the water.
Oh, sure. 100%. That makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Ocean air, the salty ocean water for the first time in months and months and months.
Bam. All right. So hold on. Just do my due diligence on this. We have When Black Roses Bloom Saturday, and then probably our last session for the summer of the Veiled Chronicles will be next Tuesday. Yeah, so we'll be kicking in. We have some ideas to fill Tuesdays for the summer, and we'll let you know when we know that. Also, if you go to Shopping D&D, scroll to the feeds, there's Kickstarter in there. Buy the prints, buy the files, just enjoy some fucking cool shit that we're trying to put into the community. So there's that.
Hell yeah.
I think with that we'll say
Good job, Timmy.
yeah.
Nice.
Fucking
Timo.
so much. So
That was a lot of drama and emotional heart.
yeah, man.
You know, our heartstrings have been.
I got like
Moms, dads, familial bonds being tested and strained.
I got 2 pages of notes tonight, which Trey
Yeah.
doesn't even
So
know
much
because
information.
he wasn't around. But it was awesome stuff. All right, this is all great talk. If you pay the subscription fee, which is $149.99 right now.
Right now, yep, which is our summer deal. We might slash it, and we'll see. Maybe a July 4th sale.
Hey, there you go. So,
But if you join, either way, it's a steal.
yeah.
It's a steal.
All right, you guys
You're
be
basically
good.
robbing us, not you.
We'll catch you later.
Huzzah.